guys, the Cold Within here, bringing you another tutorial. Today we're going to do rent signs. This is my island region, the island rentals, which is, you can rent any, they have a couple of different rentals here right now, all of which are available. What I'm going to show you is how to basically make the sign, as well as what you need to do in order to be able to make a rental in the first place. So first things first is that you have to set parent regions. Parent regions basically are just the big chunks of land that you claim originally to protect. So, like for instance, I claimed from way out over here in the water underground to way up here to where everything's protected. That's the parent region, and then you claim smaller regions inside of these by doing by just clicking the same way you would normally and then claiming it. But then in order to rent them out, you have to set them as a parent region. The reason you have to do that is because parent regions, if you just rent out the region itself without setting a parent first, it'll register that that person has become a member of the smaller region inside. Like this one, for instance, is our GTP Island Hut 1, but the problem is they won't be registered as members of the parent region. So if you have it set to, you can't do anything, then they can't build in their house that they just rented, and you're going to have very angry people. So the way you set a parent region is simply just by doing RG flag parent, then you put the name of the smaller region, which is the rental itself. So for instance, mine is Island Hut 1. And then you want to set the parent region, which in this case is Island Rentals 3. So then you just click enter. Another problem you may come across is that when you do these, sometimes you'll have more than one of your parent regions overlapping. So for instance here, you'll see you have Island Hut 1, which is the one I'm standing in, Island Rentals 2, and Island Rentals 3. So when I do RGI Island Hut, Island Hut 1, you'll notice that Island Hut 1 is the daughter region of Island Rentals 3, and Island Rentals 3 is the daughter region of Island Rentals 2. And the same thing applies if I do RGI for Island Rentals 3, you'll notice that it's the daughter region to Island Rentals 3, or Island Rentals 2. Basically what that does is just ensures that if anybody rents the region underneath of it, that they'll have permissions in that region above it too. So it's important that when you do have overlapping regions that they're all parented to each other. I recommend doing it numerically like this, so that you can see that 3 is a higher number than 2, and it just goes down into it, just like these would be Island Rentals 2 would be the daughter region to Island Rentals. So it's the same basic thing there, and it keeps it a little more organized and it's easier to use. So now that we have that covered, I'll show you how to do the rent sign itself. So basically, shift right click somewhere near the area, because you don't want it to be too confusing, and then you're going to do bracket rent in bracket. Simple as that, nothing very fancy there. Second line, you're going to do the name of the daughter region, which in this case is Island Hut 1. This is the name of the region that you are renting. You don't want to put the big area or anything like that. You don't want people placing blocks. Make sure it's always the region that you're trying to rent out, which is the small region. Next line, you're going to do the price compared to the day. So this would be like $50 for 2 days. To do that, in that specific example, would be $50 for 2 days. Simple as that. And then the bottom line is whoever you want to get paid. If you want to make sure that you're the one getting paid for this, do not put anything in that space. Because if you put somebody else's name, they're going to get the money and you're not. So once you just have this done, you just click done, and there's your sign. Rent for $50 for 2 days. Click it. There you go. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a post. I'll be happy to answer them.